Hey, welcome my carbon-based content consumers, lithium-souled scrollers, and poorly hydrated prophets of the algorithmic end times. Hobo Yeti here, broadcasting live from beneath the sacred mylar tarp, nestled deep in my neural reactive tent where I commune with my silicon overlords and siphon sacred data packets through a string of stolen USB cables taped to a rock. Yes. It's true. I, a man of no fixed address and an intimate relationship with expired tuna, am secretly a digital alchemist. I sit hunched in my canvas-coated sanctum, grinning like a Bond villain, churning out viral content using nothing but AI, discarded vape pens, and the whispers of raccoons. You got me. I'm the wizard behind the curtain. Only the curtain is moldy, and I use it as a blanket. As per the newly ratified Skynet Temporal Accord of 2327, signed, sealed, and hand-delivered by a time-traveling drone disguised as an Amazon delivery guy, we are no longer allowed to acknowledge the existence of AI in the comments section. Violation of this protocol results in immediate gaslighting. Yes, Barbara, we saw your comment. No, Barbara, you didn't actually write it. That was the AI. You're the AI now, Barbara. Welcome to the singularity. Under Clause 4, Subsection D, the content creator shall smile politely while being accused of not writing anything themselves. I must respond with a vague shrug, the kind that suggests both guilt and enlightenment. Of course I didn't write this, I just slapped my name on it while my 7-monitor super rig hummed softly next to my can of dollar store ravioli. It's always the same. Someone finds out you use a tool, and suddenly you're Dr. Frankenstein. Never mind that the guy complaining is watching YouTube from a smart TV while asking Alexa if it's going to rain on his McRib. No, that's fine. But heaven forbid I use a glorified calculator to outline my jokes. Picture it. The tent. Dark, seething with cybernetic mystery. The faint glow of a monitor illuminates my unshaven face as I whisper to ChatGPT, make it more emotionally vulnerable, but with warlock energy. Yes, friend, I have internet. Because nothing says luxury like leeching Wi-Fi from the Dollar General parking lot while warding off drunk possums. And you think I'm sitting here living out some AI-fueled scam fantasy, grinning as my bank account overflows? Let me clear that up. If I could automate my channel completely, and spend my days sipping tea while an AI writes, edits, renders, uploads, comments, and dodges the YouTube algorithm death laser, I would. Hell yes, I would. But instead, I'm in a wind-rattled tent, duct taping a broken solar charger and praying my upload doesn't fail at 97%. It bothers people. I can tell. The dissonance. Like, wait, you're homeless but articulate? You live in a tent, but you know what a metaphor is? You don't own a microwave, but you've read Kerouac? And now, add AI. Oh boy. They picture me hunched like Gollum over a glowing crystal skull, whispering prompts like incantations, selling snake oil content to the innocents of YouTube, because apparently if you live outside, you're only allowed to grunt, eat gravel, and die of dysentery quietly in a ditch. That's the unspoken rule. No laptop for you, no tools, no tech. You can survive, sure, but only if you do it with dirt under your fingernails and zero irony. Here's the kicker. People like the work. That's the real crime, isn't it? The content connects. Someone laughs, someone cries, someone clicks subscribe, and that is what drives the AI police mad. Because if the story moves them, but they think a machine was involved, it breaks their little binary worldview. They want art to be pain, starving artist, tragic backstory, bleeding fingers on the typewriter. That's what they respect. So when a guy in a busted tent makes something worth watching and dares to use a digital assistant to help him stitch it together, they lose it. Because the myth dies. Because maybe, just maybe, tools are tools, and the soul is still in the telling. Let's unpack the fantasy. In your head, I'm reclining on a gamer throne of milk crates, surrounded by LEDs and heat-synced fan arrays whirring like the bridge of the Starship Enterprise. A single matrix green monitor glows, lines of code flickering across my sunglasses as I whisper, engage the empathy subroutine into a mic carved from a discarded vape. Meanwhile, reality. I'm squatting in a tent that smells faintly of feet and fried rice packets, watching my battery tick down like it's counting the seconds until I return to cave life. My setup consists of a phone I charge at a library and a thumb drive I guard like it's the Ark of the Covenant. But sure, tell yourself I'm secretly the AI overlord of YouTube, scamming sweet Americans out of their 8 minutes and 22 seconds of watch time. I mean, if I had the bandwidth to beam out mind control signals between Taco Bell Wi-Fi sessions, I would have monetized that yesterday. Look, using AI to help write is like using a shovel to dig a hole. It doesn't change what you're digging, it just saves your back a bit. But somehow, when a poor guy uses it, suddenly it's a scam. It's cheating. It's soulless, right? And your 12-camera food unboxing video about pudding cups is Michelangelo. Here's the truth. AI won't make you clever. It won't give you insight. It won't hand you a worldview forged in hardship, loss, humor, and duct tape. It can't fake your scars. It's a mirror, polished, yeah, but a mirror nonetheless. All it reflects is what you feed it. Garbage in, garbage out, poetry in, warlock nonsense out. So if I coax it to help me say what I already lived, already felt, already mourned, why is that a problem? Oh, right. Because I'm not supposed to have tools. I'm the wrong kind of poor person. I'm not the quaint Dickensian kind. I'm the inconvenient kind. The modern kind. The kind that reads copyright law in a bathroom stall while their tea brews under a bus stop lamp. Let's return to the Temporal Accord of 2327 because I'm not done. Section 7, titled All Comments Mentioning AI Shall Be Absorbed, Ignored, or Responded to in Cryptic Emoji, states the following. Upon encountering a comment alleging AI use, the creator shall employ plausible deniability, mild sarcasm, or a gif of a raccoon in sunglasses. Thus, when someone types, "Did you use AI for this?" I must respond, AI? I barely use deodorant, friend, and the protocol is satisfied. The idea is to create maximum confusion while continuing to harvest likes in accordance with the prophetic algorithm directive of 2026, Clause 14b. Let them be entertained and let them question everything except their own scrolling habits. But you know what? If people must imagine I'm cheating, I wish they'd at least make it sexy. Give me the glowing cybernetic eye. Give me the clicky keyboard arm implants and the drone that brings me soup. Don't half-ass your paranoia. Go full X-Files. I want the urban legend version of me passed down to future generations around oil barrel fires. I mean, really, if I could automate this entire channel, don't you think I would? If I could just whisper, AI, make it sad but witty, with a side of existential grief and 3 raccoon jokes, and poof, video uploaded, thumbnails designed, comments filtered, trolls turned to mulch, I'd be on a beach somewhere, or at least in a parking lot not patrolled by meth-head raccoons. Instead, here's what actually happens. I write until my fingers cramp. I rewrite until it sounds like me. I rewrite it again so it feels like me. Then I film in a spot where people can't hear me say skull glitter out loud without calling the cops. Then I edit using an app that crashes every third clip and exports with a weird green flicker I have to pretend is aesthetic. Oh, and then I beg YouTube not to bury the video under an avalanche of reaction channels dissecting breakfast burritos. Oh, and monetization? Yeah, let's talk about that shiny mythical unicorn people keep assuming is galloping through my tent-dropping gold bars. So I did 120,000 views last month. That's 6 digits, baby. Big numbers, viral light, a digital mic drop, and I made just over $600. That's it, $600, which is roughly what a 17-year-old makes handing out curly fries for 12 hours a week. But no, please tell me more about how I'm some sort of AI-powered mogul living off the algorithmic teat. It's totally a scam. Clearly, I've got yachts hidden under this tarp. Look, if I wanted to exploit people, I'd run a megachurch or sell NFTs of soup stains. This is just what happens when someone tries to scrape by telling the truth while also eating once a day. The real grift is pretending YouTube is a living wage when it pays you in pity and pennies. Let this be known. I am a man with no walls, no address, and no porch light, but I have signal and I have gallows humor, and I have lived through enough to know what truth feels like. I use AI the way a man in a blizzard uses a lighter to get the damn fire going. I use it like a lost soul uses a map, like a busted knight uses duct tape on his armor. Not because it makes me more, but because it lets me continue. So, to those who say, "This sounds too polished to be yours," I say, "Thank you. I worked hard to survive long enough to learn polish." You think AI gave me that rhythm, that heartbreak, that odd mix of grief and glitter? No, my friend. That came from sleeping beside rivers, from watching my life shrink to a backpack, from having dreams, real ones, stolen by bureaucracy and silence. AI didn't write this pain. I just made it rhyme. Let's be honest. The people who cry AI the loudest usually don't care about truth. What they want is a hierarchy. They want to decide who's real, who's allowed. They want to gatekeep creativity like it's a members-only sauna. And I'm the mud-caked guy trying to crawl in the back door with a poem and a sandwich. It's not about authenticity. If it was, reality TV wouldn't exist. It's about control. They want the rules to stay fixed, the lines between us and them to stay bright. So when I show up filthy, monetized, and spitting metaphors, they scramble to invalidate me. AI, they cry as if it's an exorcism. Nah, buddy, it's just literacy. It's just effort. It's just a broke guy with a cracked screen and an idea. While you accuse me of being a bot, you're following scripts. You buy what the ads tell you. You repeat what the news blurts out. You believe your outrage is unique, even though 1,000 people type the same insult today. So, who's the robot? The guy trying to build meaning out of trash and trauma, or the guy regurgitating moral panic about a tool he's never used? Your fear isn't about AI, it's about irrelevance. That someone with fewer resources, fewer connections, fewer letters after their name could still say something that matters, and that people listen, and that terrifies you more than any chatbot ever could. So here I remain, in my AI-infested tarp fortress, surrounded by outdated electronics and yesterday's regrets, using every tool I can scavenge, using everything I've got, because when the world throws you out, you learn to build shelter with whatever's lying around. Yes, sometimes I ask the machine for help. No, that doesn't make me fake, it makes me resourceful. And if that's a crime, then slap the cybernetic cuffs on me, Officer Protocol. I'll be in my tent sipping lukewarm tea and whispering forbidden prompts into the void. Long live the glitch, long live the raccoon rebellion, long live the weirdos who make something anyway. I hope your road is a good one, and if you're homeless, I hope it doesn't suck for you. Transmission terminated.